Good day, listeners and viewers of Brand High Media. Welcome to a very special edition of the Student Spotlight, where we celebrate excellence, effort, and achievement right here in St. Brother Andre Senior High School. Today, we shine the spotlight on our brilliant quiz team, the champions who recently secured yet another impressive victory, this time over Odupong Senior High School, in a quiz organized by the National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE. From mastering the Ghanaian Constitution to delivering answers under pressure, these students have proven that Brand High is not just a place of discipline, but also a beacon of academic brilliance. And now, they join us in the studio live today to share their experiences, strategies, and what this win means to them and the school. Let's dive in.
Welcome to St. Brother Andre Senior High School, located in Opekuma, Accra, Kaswa, a home of discipline, growth, and excellence. We offer your child not just education, but transformation in an environment that is safe, serene, and purposefully built for success. Our programs are tailored to fit every dream and talent. General science, general arts, business, visual arts, home economics, and STEM. With modern ICT and science laboratories, students gain hands-on skills that prepare them for the world beyond the classroom. Our on-campus radio and TV studio gives students real experience in broadcasting and media production. Comfortable dormitories and a clean, disciplined environment make St. Brother Andre Senior High School a second home you can trust. Admissions are open. Call us today 055 4935 Visit sbashs.edu.gh.
First, congratulations to you all.
Thank you very much.
Please introduce yourselves and your roles in the quiz.
Okay, so I am Kofi Osefusu, a Form 2 General Art student, and I was one of the main contestants for the quiz, the NCCE quiz that we held recently.
Okay, so I'm also Caleb Lord. I'm also a Form 2 General Art student, and I was also a main contestant for the quiz.
Okay, so my next question for you is, how did you feel when you realized when you were up against Odupong SHS in this NCCE quiz, and what was your initial strategy?
First, Odupong is not a school we are unfamiliar with. We've met them before, not we ourselves, but the school represented by different people in 2023. And even though we beat them, they didn't leave us with the impression that they were weak. And of course, we had the impression that people who have been beat once, when you hurt a lion, it goes to rest and prepare to attack you again and comes back stronger. So we're thinking that they are coming with a fire this time. So we're a little bit scared. But all in all, we had confidence in our abilities. Yeah.
So I must say that I think the first time the school went against Odupong SHS, I was not in school. I had not reported, and I think that was Form 1. Before I came after the midterm, so I was not in school. So when I came around and I was invited to join the quiz team, upon hearing that, the school has gone against Odupong SHS before, I just, as my brother said, he said, a lion that has been hurt before goes to rest and prepare himself to come fiercer in another battle. And so I knew that they will come definitely not to just play games, but to, try and regain their lost title that they never had in the first place. So it was intimidating, it was stressful, and it was full of pressure. But in the end, we saw what God did, and yes, we are so proud of ourselves.
Okay, so the quiz covered 7 to 16 of Ghana's constitution. How did you prepare for such a dense topic?
Okay, so I think when it comes to this, we have to thank God that it's general art students they pick to do this. General arts is a course that requires a lot of reading. And if you take chapter 16 of the Constitution, it is a lot of reading. Pick one chapter alone can just kill you, and it's written in very official language that might be very dense for somebody to understand. But then we had the help of our teachers, Sir Derek, Madam Philomena. We had everybody behind us, all the school behind us to support us. And so it was a daunting task, but we knew that we had support and we had time, we had adequate preparation. Exactly. So, yes.
So I think from skipping our prep times, our prep ends at 10 o'clock. So from 6:40 to 10 o'clock, trying to memorize and understand the Constitution. Wow, that was some sort of preparation. And so just as he also said, general art students, and the course itself entails a lot of reading. So, and it's also a course that is made familiar with the Constitution. You have to be familiar with the provisions of the Constitution. So it became easier for us to, try and understand and learn what the Constitution was. But then it was also stressful as we had to skip prep times. We had to sacrifice some class hours in between to prepare for the quiz.
Entertainment.
So, what do you think gave you the upper hand over your opponents during the quiz?
With that, what was quite evident when we got there and actually got into the quiz was that we had undertaken quite more adequate preparation. And I think that's because, like Caleb said, we're using so much of our time in preparing. Classes time, prep time, entertainment time. We're always preparing, even when we're not actively sitting together preparing. In our dormitories, on our beds, we're reading, trying to memorize, trying to understand. And I think that is not totally the fault of Odupong SHS, because Odupong SHS is a day school, by the way, and so they have these students for 8 hours and then they are forced to release them to their homes. But because it's a boarding school here and we have the opportunity to interact with our teachers throughout the day, we have the opportunity to prepare so much more than they. Yes, and of course, can't take out that we had the brothers and everyone else behind us praying for us, and we must give thanks and glory to God in all things. Yeah.
So I believe that what gave us an upper hand, and this can be derived from our Catholic belief system, is a prayer. It says, "Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth." So I believe that what really gave us an upper hand is God, His providence. And then, one of our core values as St. Brother Andre Senior High School is divine providence. And so it's divine providence all the way, plus our intensive pursuit and effort, because the notice was a short notice. Unlike Odupong SHS, I think they were informed quite earlier, but we were informed like a week before the quiz. And so it demanded a lot of input and intensive studying so as to give us an adequate background and foundation for the quiz. And so with that said, just as he said earlier, we being a boarding school, they being a day school, we had a better opportunity and an upper hand because of that. So I think that's what helped us to have an upper hand over Odupong SHS.
So were there any difficult moments during the contest and even during the preparations?
Okay, so I think I remember the Saturday before the quiz, and I remember I was really tired. I had spent the whole day in meetings and all of that. You see, I'm in different clubs and all of that, so there were a lot of meetings and we had to wash and all of that. And I had to also study, and it was time for entertainment. And I was even late, and I was in a hurry from the dorm to the assembly of entertainment. I really love entertainment, and we were watching a movie, I think G20 or something. Yeah. And so I was in a hurry, and as soon as I got to the front of the teacher's lounge, I see my fellow contestants sitting down and they are studying the Constitution. And I'm just thinking, should I run or I should join them? But at this point, I can't run. They have caught me already, so I had to sit down. So that was one sacrifice. I think that entertainment, we sacrificed it. We sacrificed it. So I sacrificed my beloved entertainment to prepare for the quiz. And that alone was something that was very important to me. That if I've sacrificed something as precious as entertainment for me, then we must win at all costs. Yeah. So that was one difficulty. The difficulty was that we had to skip certain important things such as prep, class sessions, entertainment. There were very few times we could interact with our peers because we were busy studying the Constitution of Ghana. So that was one difficulty. But then handling it was very swift because we were dedicated to winning and we would not have taken failure as an answer.
For me, as someone who values rest and sleep very much, one of the big sacrifices for me was having to sacrifice and give that up to learn, because you don't become familiar with the Constitution if you are sleeping too much. So I had to give that up quite a lot. And already the sleep you are getting in school and so many, but what do you do? We're dedicated to victory. This was our first time. This was our first time going to Odupong, right? I wanted to go to their home and beat them by all costs. So we had to do that. But I think every sacrifice I made for me was mitigated by the fact that I really enjoyed the process of preparing. I liked the people I was preparing with, not even just those I ended up on the stage with, but we had a few people with us who did not enter the spotlight. We all enjoyed each other's company. We learned a lot. We had fun while learning, and so I didn't really feel the impact of the sacrifice on me because I felt like I'm getting something for it. So it was really a pleasant experience for me.
Okay. So this isn't your first win. There was a competition between you, Holy Child, St. Augustine's College, St. Gregory.
Yeah.
What keeps you guys so consistent? What keeps the team consistent?
Okay, so Branham is not a school that's going to allow you to relax and lose. Yes, they put a lot of pressure on us, and that's one of the things that really keeps us consistent, because it's not like one of the things that we used to see, especially when people tell us that, oh, like the Gregory people are really preparing. We tell that you've gone to Augustine's and Holy Child, you've beat them. Who is Odupong?
Yeah.
But it didn't mean that they allowed us to relax because we have beat Augustine's and Holy Child. We treat every competition with the same importance. So the amount of preparation we put into the debate with St. Augustine's, we put the same into this quiz. And I think that's what allowed us to really stay consistent and beat them once again. And we hope that we'll continue to beat whoever we meet in the future. Yeah.
So I believe what keeps us consistent is the fact that there is a lot of pressure. Pressure in a good sense, because we don't accept failure as a school. Success has been the trail of the school. And so I remember when we were preparing for the debate earlier this year in January, we sacrificed our entire class sessions and prep times for about 1 week, because that one too, we were informed late. It's like there is a grace for being informed late, but then we still emerged the winner. Yeah. So there was a lot of pressure, because being informed late and going against a so-called prestigious school such as St. Augustine's, it wasn't easy. We had to, come in with a lot of pressure and self-motivation, because at some point we just felt like giving up. It was stressful. And that's the same thing about this quiz. It was stressful at some point. You see that when people are sleeping, you have to wake up and read the Constitution and memorize this article. There are a lot of articles that are still in our heads as a result, and you can't just get them out because you have kept them over and over and over, especially this chapter. I will never forget this chapter in the Constitution, finance. A very complex chapter in the Constitution. So what kept us consistent was that we decided to remain consistent. And also, we were motivated by what we were promised to receive at the end. This school has a good rewarding system. That one I must say. So I remember after the debates, there was a certain dinner that was held for the debates team. And then after this quiz too, there has been a dinner that has been held for us. So there is this form of wanting to emerge victorious at the end, because you know that there is a reward waiting for you. And that's what keeps us consistent.
Okay. So how has being part of this quiz and debate team helped you grow academically?
Okay. Academically, you see, I want to just cite examples from the debate, and I will cite examples from the quiz. Concerning the debate, we were debating on two motions, sorry. The first one was that the Catholic school teacher plays a vital role in fostering personal discernment and growth in students. And the second one was the Catholic school teacher, a good shepherd in our contemporary times. And you see, with debate, you need to support your argument with evidence. And in getting evidence to buttress your claims, you need to be a good researcher. So it means you have to research and read a lot of articles and books. And so one skill that I acquired from the debate was that I was able to research vastly and read vastly under pressure. So within one day, I need to get evidence to buttress this claim, and it may seem impossible to get it, but then as a result of consistently, you are able to get the evidence you are looking for. And I believe that is also something that helps me academically, that now if I am given a topic or something to study, I'm able to search, okay, let me consider this textbook. If it's not here, let me try this. Let me read this article in the ICT lab. Let me do this. And I believe it will also help my academic pursuits after here, because I want to one day pursue a doctorate degree, and I'm sure research is very important, and a law degree too. That would be very important.
Wow.
So, and in the quiz, I'm a general student. We are both general students, and we study government as a course. And government, the provisions of the Constitution are basically very important and necessary in the study of government. So